Hello and welcome to another Somerset Real Ale review with me, Elvis. Got here a beer I've been dying to try since I knew they brewed it. From Arbor Ales and Raw Brewing Company. It's their Mutiny Coconut Stout. I think Raw Brewery, they're from up north, Leicester maybe, or the Midlands. I'm not entirely sure their address, and that isn't on here. I really should have looked it up before I started this review, but as always I just dive straight into it without finding out the details, but that's what it's all about. Anyway, Arbor Ales in Bristol, so I know them pretty well. So I got this beer incidentally from Fred at West Country Ales, westcountryales.co.uk. Make sure you check them out. They've got a fantastic range of beers from the West Country, and I believe Fred's getting in some beers from sort of a bit further afield now. So anyway, brown 500ml bottle. Obviously it's a coconut stout, 5.8% ABV. Let's pop it open. Loads of smoke on the opening there. Plain black crown. Let's fire it in a glass. I do love a stout. I've already had one of Arbor's oyster stouts today, which is a fantastic beer. You can check out my review of that. Well, I've done a joint review with Mrs. Real Ale Guide on her channel. If you want to check that out. Anyway, well, it's jet black in colour, tiny bit of light coming through at the bottom, very, very dark brown, 1.5 finger, massive bubbled, coffee coloured head, tan coloured. Can't see any carbonation in there, but it's so dark, you know, it's hard to see. Let's get a nose in. It smells good coffee, chocolate malts, roasted, toasted malts. I can't smell any coconut on it. Let's have a little nose in the bottle and see. Maybe in the bottle I can get perhaps the head. You know, the head's dying away a little. Very, very slight. I wouldn't know there was coconut in there unless I read it also, because I read it. There's a slight sweetness to it. Yeah, I think it's coming through slowly now. It's very muted. I'm going to dig in anyway and see what we get. Cheers, everyone. Oh. This is the first coconut porter or stout I've ever had. I really wanted to get the Maui Brewing's coconut stout, but I haven't got it yet. This is beautiful. It's incredibly sweet. You get a sort of mild coffee and chocolate flavour, dark chocolate. It's really rich. It's got a nice creamy mouthfeel to it. A slight bit of carbonation in there. Pardon me. You can't get a massive amount of coconut in it. I really can't taste the coconut. It's just a very different stout. I really like it. I'll fire the rest in there. I'm a big fan of coconut. I love coconut in a curry, or I like coconut desserts. I like coconut milk. But never had it, like I said, never had the beer. Massive yeast cake on the bottom, and I don't think you're going to pick that up, it's too dark, but there's a huge yeast cake in the bottom from the sediment. Mutiny Coconut Stout, the first in a two-part collaboration with Raw Brewing Company. Mutiny is a big, bold oatmeal stout in its own right, and it needed to be. as we didn't really know exactly how much coconut to add, so we went for somewhere between quite a bit and shed loads. It turned out to be rather well. We think. Arbor Ales haven't got the website on there. I believe it's www.arborales.co.uk. I think they're on Facebook and Twitter as well. Just search for them, you'll find them. I'm going to look up Raw Brewing Company as well. I actually met their brewer at Arbor Ales when I went there last, and I had a chat with him, but I haven't tried any of their beers, so I knew nothing about that brewery. I really like this beer. It's really different. I really want to try some more coconut porters now and stouts. It's very sessionable, but rich at the same time. I think you could session it or sip it. It's got a lovely sort of chalky, kind of dry aftertaste, but that sort of sweetness remains in your mouth, and the chocolate flavour from the roasted chocolate malts is really prominent. No, not really. It's quite prominent, and just enough. I'm really impressed by this. I've got another bottle as well. I bought 2 bottles, so I think I'll be looking forward to the next pint now. I really like it. I'll definitely be buying it again. I think to me that's going to get an 8 out of 10. I think it's well worth checking out if you can get your hands on the bottle. Like I said, I think Fred's got a few bottles left. Pardon me. If not, I'm sure somewhere else will have it. Thanks ever so much for watching. Love to see your comments in the comments box. And hopefully you join me again soon for another review. Cheers!